All right. Hopefully the elves on the shelf are gone. Welcome everyone. Hopping on the charts real quick. Want to show you this trade I took using the volume flow as well as cumulative delta. Not really looking at money flow index too much. That's kind of the last indicator I'm really looking at. But if like I say, if two of these three align, then I'm feeling pretty good about the trade. As you can see, we've popped above VWAP, closing at least a 1 minute candle. Looking at now possibly closing. This is my 5 minute chart over here on the right. But as you can see, with volume flow, with CVD, we've popped above the prior swing levels, right? Just look at price up above, right? Where are the swing levels? Let me get my mouse over here. A little bit easier. All right, so the swing levels are right here. Right here and right here, right? So price has not passed that level, right? And those same resistance levels or swing levels down here on CVD as well as volume flow are below it, right? So now we see that CVD as well as volume flow are now above it. So price is sort of lagging, and what this suggests is that price should be out here somewhere, okay? So what I'm doing is just pretty much taking that trade based on these two indicators lining up. And so, yeah, that's sort of the reasoning behind the trade. It's not really rocket science, but the risk management is very important. So let me show you the trade real quick. This is my PA account, already up for the day, 380 on two accounts, so about whatever that equals. And total, 5,100 on this PA account. So I got to get to 53 in order to hit the target, the profit target, right? So I'm working on it. I think I can show, let me see if I can show the actual trades. Let's see. How do you show the trades? Let me see. All right, I was looking for it. I was actually on a different chart. So this is the micros, or mini, excuse me, you can see right here. And then I'm on the micros. I took a micro trade for this trade. So as you can see, this is my last trade right here. This nice little scalp long. What is that? About 10 pips or so. Actually, more like 89. Let's see, it's 970, 989. So 70, 89, about 20 pips there, just about 20 points. So yeah, up a little bit in this trade, and I'm holding to pop above this prior swing level. So just got to be patient when you see these trades. Obviously, price can run against you. You got to be really smart with your, drawdown here. You don't ever want to be more than 30% of your overall profit or your margin for a drawdown. So in this case, if you just started, take for instance, I got I think I started with like $2,500 drawdown, trailing stop in Apex. So the most I could risk on that trade, if I had full $2,500, would be like $700. Okay, if I had less, let's say I worked myself down like $1,000, right? Then I could not risk more than $300 per trade. So you don't want to do that because that breaks the rules in Apex. There's all these rules, you got to stay up on them. And I also just want to say, like, the longer it takes for your idea to pan out, the worse the idea probably is, right? So as time kind of progresses here and continues to tick on, being that I am up right now, it'll make you do two things. First of all, it'll make you want to just get out of the trade in profit and not be patient, which is a bad thing. But when you're trading a PA account, a prop account, you kind of have to do your better judgment and saying, you know what, I think this would be a good idea to take profit now because I can't afford for price to run against me too much. So you really got to do the math and make sure you're not over risking your account just by letting the drawdown, the trailing stop, come back. If you're in profit, $300 and price comes back to break even, you're $300 down in your trailing stop. That's just how it works in Apex, at least. Like, I know there's other funding platforms. So you just really got to do the math. That's why I decided the first trade I was pretty confident. I took a mini, and then I switched over to micros for this trade, just a little lighter sizing, I should say. So anyways, just waiting for this to pan out and see how we do here. All right, so looking pretty good now. Price popped up, getting above that prior range here. Now, I don't know my confidence level of actually popping above that range. Who knows, right? Want to be smart here with Apex, and so I'm going to put a trailing stop in right here. it's probably pretty close, but I'm looking for that pop or I'm out. So I am going to be trailing price, go down to the 1 minute time frame, just get real tight and start trailing price here real tight. So sell right there. Just put my my orders in here. Let's see, make sure this is right. So that would be 5. That's not right. And I do, I do have to have a, I got to remember to put a stop loss in. That's something that they do look for because I don't trade with stops typically. So here we go, 255 up on the account, 245 coming back down to this prior level here. I want her to retest and use that as a shelf. So I'm looking to retest and then shelf. So I went ahead and put a stop order right in there. So that is going to be my trailing stop. All right, 250. If we can get above 2200 without 22,000 without any real resistance, might be able to push a little harder. So just looking for it. All right, so right above that, getting a little resistance at that 22,000 mark, 270, 280 on the account. I'm gonna peel off some contracts here. So I'm gonna go ahead and take off 6. We'll close 6, so we'll sell. Boom, get this order off the table, leave my stop. I'll have to redo my stop here. But now we're left with a $98 run. This is looking at how many contracts do we have? 2 contracts, so 2 positions left. Is that right? I took off 6. I should have 4. Oh, 2 each. That's 4. Yeah. So let me go to 4 up here. Okay, we'll put our trailing stop right here at 4. Why is that times 2? Okay, not really sure why that's times 2, but I'm gonna go here, 4, and I'll go here. There we go. I guess it's times 2 because it's just looking at this one account. That's what it is. So I am in a group, right? So I have 2 accounts. I'm trading both at the same time. So 2 times 2. All right. Getting used to it, guys. Hope you guys had a great Christmas, by the way. Holidays are always fun. So 51.18. And if we get a little bit of a runner here, I might be able to push that a little harder. Looking at the trailing stop, looks fine, 2,400. If it comes down here and taps, probably looking at like 2,350, 2,380, somewhere around there for the trailing stop. So looking pretty good there. It's either going to tap and run or I just get out. I'm always looking for ways to make sure that that trailing stop is at the highest level. Not only because I can risk a little bit more per trade, but I also just don't want to give any back. There it is. Okay, out. All right, so where are we at for the day? So that was 192 plus 380. Pretty good. So we're looking like, what is that? 490, it's like 5 something, right? I'm not going to press it. So, like I said, I don't know if how high she's going to get above this swing level. You can see the 1 minute closed a little bit above, but we don't know how much further she's going to go. So just kind of scalping today, real quick, in and outs. Not really looking to do anything else. Looking to trade this little PA account, keep my risk small, live to tell another trading story, live to trade another day, basically, and just protect. So, but hopefully showing you that setup right there and why I took that setup. Hopefully you guys seeing this over and over, maybe you'll get a little better feel for how these indicators work. This is VWAP too. A lot of traders take longs right here. This is going to be like a little scalp for a lot of traders going like 10 points. We'll just put that right there. And so when you have somewhat of clear direction, which we don't really have today, it's not really a clear direction. You kind of, VWAP is not really as important, but you can see here we tapped VWAP, came back down. Now we broke above it. So it should act as a level of support to continue. But that's it, folks. That's all she wrote. I'm not going to sit here and beat a dead horse or whatever. You guys have a fantastic rest of your day. I will see you live tomorrow. I am going to be live tomorrow. Check the YouTube. I'm going to go live on YouTube. Not doing anything super official, just some scalping, having some fun. We'll see if we get a trade off, and I'll see you then. Bye, guys.